Alrighty. Make this full screen. Alright, YouTube, we're waiting for some people to come in, but looking at this, I know a bunch of things why I'm traded the way I traded today. So we're waiting for people to come in, but I've noticed two things about trading. I noticed two things about trading today. From my first day back on my live account, my funded account is back working. It wasn't working today. Contacted Top Step, my funded account is working. Number one, I learned I do not like watching ES and NQ at the same time. That messed up my emotions today. 2 4-hour candle targets trump, right? That's really all you need. All you need is your 4-hour targets. And then 3, I cannot entertain the chat on live. Entertain the chat on live. So if you are talking to me when I live trade, I think from now on, that I'm back trading real money with my funded account, I will not be talking to you. Maybe once I'm in a trade, it just depends. And then 4th, I learned that 4-hour always goes to a fair value gap. Candle 10 a.m. always goes to a FEG or a liquidity point, which you can't see all the way. Okay, this is what I learned today. So today is my first day trading on my live account in like a month. I only made $18 today, so I'm glad I didn't lose. This is the 4-hour candle, biggest candle of the day. Again, this looks obviously like a bullish candle. However, when we got on the charts, this hammer, I should have bought sells right at 10 o'clock. ES was already down further, so this on ES was this low on NQ. And I think watching ES, I was ready for it to reverse at any point since it was lower. And I don't need to watch ES anymore. I don't give a fuck about S&P divergence. I don't care. I don't need it. That is what I learned. So I just want you to know that. No more watching S&P divergence in my opinion. However, clear hammer. I mean, the hammer, the wick on the bottom was a little big for me, so that's why I didn't get in. But I should have gotten in immediately because what I did do, we took sales. It's the same setup as Friday. News, ran up, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. However, on Friday, our fair value gap to be inverse, we had an inverse fair value gap that was in the move at 9:30. So I was confident getting in right at 10. Once I got on the charts, I wanted these two 30-minute fair value gaps to be inverse. They finally were, but it ran down and then I went to the 15-minute. It closed so close to our profit that I got in this small trade. I just marked it so I can show where I got in. I got in. I moved my stop loss to break even, and then it stopped me out. So that was 0. That was nothing. And then I got in again once we candle closed below this gap on the 5-minute, the second gap. And then I got in again, and I had a trailing stop. Still stop loss to break even, so I made $18. Shitty trade because even if I would have held the first one, we still went down to this 4-hour fair value gap. And these are my liquidity points. This is the 4-hour low. If you need to know what that looks like, it's these lows here. Actually, these were hourly lows. The 4-hour low was way up here, and then this 4-hour low was here. We didn't officially take it. Let's go back on the 15-minute. So I learned I had to just get my jitters out. That's really what it was giving. But on the 15-minute, I could have got in here and took it all the way down to at least this candle, or this candle. On the 5-minute, I think there was a blue candle that scared us, this one, and there's a guy in my chat just trolling. I finally blocked him today. Like, we're in buys. He was wrong 2 days in a row. But I'm still profitable. I did not lose today, so it could have been better. But again, my emotions were not great. But I did learn, I mean, I've talked about this many times, but we came on the 4-hour and tapped into that fair value gap. Where are we? Jeez. This fair value gap that we made yesterday, we tapped into this Monday. We almost tapped into it Tuesday. But we came down Tuesday, even though the candle still closed blue, and then we tapped into it again. So you don't need to wait for it to tap into it. You can take the trade down to it, which was the trade I wanted. And or if you got a late entry, you could have took the trade back up. So I learned I don't need to look at really the 30-minute or the 1 hour if I want it, because again, that still wasn't a bad trade though. Taking it, I went lower to the 15, and I could have took it from here. If I got on the 5-minute, I could have took it probably from way up here. But just look at knowing where it's going to go on the 4 hour. I should have just been confident in my sales. And I think watching ES had me thinking it was just going to reverse at any moment. That's what messed me up with ES today. And then just that 15-minute candle and 5-minute candle, all of them just ran down way closer. Because for y'all who trade with me, I like to take my target at the first point it can reverse from. But now that I've come to the realization that the 4 hour one is all you need, that 15 or 30-minute one I drew, it didn't even matter because we went right through it to go to the 4 hour one. So just a lesson learned today. A lesson learned that, listen, the 4 hours is all you need. So then we ran up, obviously, as you see. So we have a bunch of gaps. So we'll probably come back down into one of these gaps tomorrow to push higher or push lower or whatever. So these are our gaps for tomorrow. We ran up the rest of the day. Usually I don't trade the reversal because the reversal happens at like 12 or 1 o'clock, like after, because like I said, this is a 4 hour candle. This is a 10 to 2. I like to be up the charts by 1. So sometimes this will happen after, but today it happened at 11 o'clock. So you could have took the trade down. This is the 10 hour candle. This is our 10 a.m. sell, and then we get a buy at 11 to go back up. So we actually could have played both today. So it is jitters, it is a learning thing. So yes, I got funded, I'm profitable. I need to keep trading that way. But it is scary now that I'm using a real funded account and I'm copy trading with my real live account, real money. So I had to get those like jitters out. But this is like what I asked for. I asked to be profitable. I asked to get a funded account. I asked to have money being able to trade. So now I just have to do the things I was doing. Just feel your emotions aren't as tied to an eval, because the eval you're like, whatever. But in the sense that, it is what it is. So now when I trade tomorrow morning, I'm going to keep in Q over here. I'm not watching ES because yes, you get S&T divergence, but I only really need it when I'm trying to get out of a trade. Like if I need to get out of a trade early or I need to get out of a trade soon. So I could keep the 4 hour here and I could have known, hey, look at that. We're going to the 4 hour value gap. Boom. I had these swing lows marked, that's all, from my sell entry. So it did sweep it actually, yes. So I took my sells. I took the sells and I should have held it just to these points at least, or again to the gap. And then I could have played the buyback up, which it ran up the rest of the day. So that's it. The 4 hour candle is all you need, because I've seen people today and yesterday talking about price action has been so bad, so shitty, they're losing, and Q is dry, and it's not. Y'all are just sitting on the charts. That's why I said I stopped trading at 9:30 the market open. People love 9:30 market open, and I did too. There are days when 9:30 easily just sweeps internal liquidity and runs a certain way, but it fakes you out a lot. It's shitty price action. But if you trade at 10 o'clock, the 10 4 hour candle, the 10 to 2 is the biggest candle of the day. You're gonna have cleaner setups. Whether you don't trade the first hour and you just trade this up, or even this was a clean trade. I just got scary. I got emotional. At least I traded it safe though. I didn't get emotional and trade poorly. I just traded safe and cut my profits like tremendously. But you can just trade the 4 hour candle, and someone else said that too. This other ICT trader, I forgot his name, but he was like, I commented that on another person's ICT strategy about how shitty NQ has been this week, and I was like, I've been making money this week. I'm still up on the week, $1,500 that got me funded, and then this was $18 because I'm back trading 1 micro. So yeah, the price action has been good if you just trade 10 a.m. The price action is never nasty at 10 a.m. Now, yes, the day I got funded, it was a little nasty for, what is this now? An hour we were indecisive and trading sideways, and then we finally got our move down. Didn't sweep this liquidity, but we swept this one, and I took my profit, and that's what I got funded on. Again, but it was clear when it was clear. So Trading at 10 a.m., it will drastically increase your profitability. It will decrease your lose rate. I'm at this point, 98% win rate with this. Like it's just insane, honestly. And this is futures, by the way. So if you're trading forex, it's the 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. candle. I don't know why the times are different, but they are. But it's the same 4-hour candle strategy. And like I said, if you need to take the sells, you can take the sells. You can take the buys. You have both. There are days where the 10 a.m. our move and we keep going down the rest of the day. That's fine. But lately it's been, or even not even lately, sometimes our move is the bigger move, the 10 a.m. move, and then the 12 p.m. move is smaller, but you still get a nice move either way. 10 a.m. is a good time. 9:30 open is crazy. See, I agree. The 9:30 open is crazy. I tried to trade it, and that's what honestly made me unprofitable for those months I was unprofitable. 10 a.m. is a beautiful time. I was looking for you today. I didn't see you this morning. I was on live today. We only traded for like an hour today, though. So if you were waiting after that, I was on live, though. We traded today for, who was that? Sim Racer. I had to block Rel because Rel was being annoying. And he was wrong again. Like, oh, you're going to say I'm wrong. I'm looking for buys. And look at that. We crashed. Obviously, we got buys later, but he just says buys at any random point. He has no point of liquidity or fair value gaps. So for ICT concepts, you just need fair value gaps and liquidity. If you need to know what that means, fair value gaps are just gaps between 3 candles. But again, I'm an indicator queen. Fair value gap by Nephew Sam is the only indicator you need. It will mark them all for you. I feel like my trading view always acts up on me, or I always have to like restart it for it to actually like work. And then you just need liquidity points, which are swing highs and swing lows. If that makes sense. If that does not make sense, let me know. Leave page, restart. I also got in a paper trade yesterday, and it actually did work. I wonder if the arrows are still on here. It literally, I had to refresh for the arrows to show. But it was like here to here or something. But anyways, fair value gap, Nephew Sam. That's the indicator you need, and it'll mark it all for you. So you just sit on the 4-hour, as you see here, the 10 a.m. candle is going to go to a gap and it's going to react. You can trade down to the gap, because that was the move at 10 a.m. If you need to see what that looks like, I'll show you on the 15-minute chart. 10 a.m., we got on the chart and we took these sells. That was our move at 10 a.m. Then at like 11 o'clock, we got our push back up. So I take the first trade that's presented to me, so obviously I didn't wait for this one. Some people do only wait for the fair value gap tap and then play the reversal. And then they got the bigger move this day. That's just what it is. So do with that what you will, but it happens every day. Look at that. 10 a.m. we tapped in this fair value gap, ran down. This day we were down and we went up to this fair value gap, but then we reversed after that. So you could have took the reverse back down, 10 a.m. This day we got a continuation play. This is kind of what happened today in the morning. And then it did not reverse though. It just ran down the rest of the day. Prime example. Same thing as this, but without the reversal at the end of the day. So that's why I just get in at 10. If it reverses, I don't care. This one was, we bounced up into the gap on the high side and then we took it down to the gap on the bottom side. Just gap to gap. That's really all you need. So, and then you'll get faked out the least. Also dramatically increase my win rate. Staying on the higher time frames as long as you can. Today it hurt us because it ran down pretty far before it gave us an entry. However, like this was our little move if we wanted the move up here, but you know, it ran down. But that was the case, we could just went to the 5-minute or the 1-minute or something and maybe got a better trade. 10 a.m. is here, so maybe the earliest we would have gotten up here instead of down here. But either way, the 4-hour though is showing you, hey, this fair value gap, and if you wanted a bigger move, I think I marked 2 on the 4-hour that we were going to take out. I had these highs marked. So you could take the trade back up to these highs, or you could take them up to this high. That's it. Trading simple. Once you simplify it, it's so much better, especially as a lot of us beginners. Even though I'm profitable, I am still a beginner. I've only been trading for 9 months. I just want to get on the chart at a certain time with the cleanest setups, and if it doesn't happen, I don't care. But it happens, and I get a decent sized move, and I learned that was 10 a.m. Again, for you, you might like 9:30. For you, you might like noon. For someone else, you might like 2 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want, that is for you. But for me, 10 a.m. has been that. And we've seen it. 10 a.m. candle has been the biggest candle time and time again of the day. Even here, it is the biggest, bigger than this candle. Boom. And then, what was yesterday's 10 a.m. candle? Here, biggest candle of the day, even though all these candles were small. And then this day, biggest candle of the day. And then this day, all these candles are small, biggest candle. This day, all these candles are small. This day, a lot of these candles are big, but the 10 a.m. was still the biggest candle of the day. You see what I'm saying? You just need to catch a piece of it. That's all you need to catch. I think I'm going to start sitting on the 4-hour chart a little longer too. Because then you could just, as soon as this candle starts pushing, you can just get in on this part. Obviously, this day we got in at the top, but you know, if you need to just wait. Obviously, this is indecisive, but in real time, like I have my power of 3 indicator on now, in real time, it doesn't look that indecisive. It looks just like this. Like you see the candle playing out, you'll see it play out in real time. So it might, like before we got that move back up at 11 o'clock, this 4-hour candle was a strong bearish candle. It was like a full long white candle, and then once we bounced, it became this beautiful blue candle. So you don't need to trade the whole 4 hours. Nice. Thank you, Manny. That's all you need. That's all you need, and just stick with that first. Because a lot of people get on the chart, and like I said, when you're a good trader like Manny, he sits on the charts for a long time. I cannot do that. I tried it. Tanya Trades can do that. She can sit at 9:30 to 4 p.m. and just wait for good setups. Justin Wheeler. A lot of us aren't like that in the beginning. So just pick a time frame and trade one setup every time you see it. That is going to increase your profitability so much and get you funded so much faster. It's incredible. Like I literally, that's all I've been doing is just this 10 a.m. and I've just slowly perfected it. Like at first it was the macros, not 10 a.m. and now just 10 a.m. and I've seen it like the 4-hour candle every time. It will just go to a fair value gap or bounce off a fair value gap or just do something. Like here, this day, we did not have a gap, as you see. We were kind of out of this gap, but we weren't at the time. We started up here. So at this time, we had to go on the 1 hour. Okay, first of all, let's get this ICT sessions indicator out of here. But that's good for your swing lows and swing highs. On the hourly yesterday, we were in this gap. So once we came out of this gap, we got in sales again. It's been doing the same thing all week, actually. We've been getting sales at 10 o'clock, and then around noon or 11, it reverses back up for the rest of the day. So this is our trade yesterday. And then we got a better candle close, even on the 1 hour, just to take this long candle down. Boom. Swept this liquidity, and then it reversed. And then today did the same thing. We came down. We just swept liquidity. We didn't tap into a gap. Or was there an hour gap? Oh, yeah, there was an hour gap here. And then, boom, we came down, took it to a 4-hour gap, and then we reversed. That's it. Gaps and liquidity is all you need. Liquidity is just swing highs and swing lows. Fair value gaps are gaps between 3 candles. Higher time frames always trump. 4-hour I just like because the daily is too high. The daily is the candle that you're in right now. So it's hard to follow. Obviously, it's a big candle, but it's just hard to follow. Some days it's short, some days it's long, some days it's indecisive. You won't really know until it's done. So it's no point. With a 4-hour candle, at least you can tell where it's going to go immediately and get into it and take a decent size move. Now you can do that on the 1 hour as well. Do with that what you will. But yeah, this is really all you need. All you need. I have S&P divergence, but it doesn't help. It comes after. Like we had S&P divergence yesterday. Didn't even need it. I sold already. I was already out at a liquidity point on the 15-minute time frame. I didn't need it. And if not, if you did need it, you still have a swing low here on the hour that was swept. If you're getting greedy and trying to take profit down, I mean, this is a nice target. But if you didn't get it, You just sold. You still got in up here. You made it here. You might have lost a few ticks till it came back to the yellow line, whatever. You took your profit. But I feel like SMT is great, but it's just like you don't know it's SMT until you're already in your trade to reverse or to continue. So it kind of doesn't help you, because I've seen things thinking it's SMT, and then it just ran down the rest of the day, like both stocks, just NQ or ES, one was behind. I've seen it. But yeah, my jitters today were not the best. Obviously, back trading with real money, but obviously this is what I asked for, this is what I prayed for, it's what I manifested. But it is just scary now that it's like real money on the table, a real funded account to be lost. But I feel good. LSFX sent me a comment today, like, it's a cakewalk from here. You know what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm like, you're right. What am I fucking scared of? Nothing. I'm literally not scared of anything. Especially because I have money in the bank. I have parents that will take me in if I need it. Life is good. Life is good. And they say that too in the book. I don't know if it's The Science of Getting Rich or Think or Grow Rich, one of those books. They're like, what's the worst that can happen? Write down the worst that can happen if you fail at trading or business or working out or whatever. What's the worst that can happen? And if it's not that bad, do the shit. If it's pretty bad, maybe not do it. If it's pretty bad, but you know you can come back from it, do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, my EMA is 15. Fair value gap, nephew Sam. And then that's really it. I use the sessions indicator sometimes for just session targets. It didn't really play out at all today because I think the sessions is really what fucked people up today. A lot of people were bullish and got stopped out on this move, which I thought was stupid, but they were on higher time frame. Lower time frames, like on the 1 minute, and getting changes in deliveries on the 1 minute, which will fake you out so many times anyway. So that's why I don't trade the 1 minute anymore. But this is a clear power of 3. It was Kui Thao, Kue, I don't know, Kue. He was looking for buys and had 2 buys. And I'm like, we were clearly in a power of 3. Manipulation, trading sideways. Accumulation, trading sideways, manipulation to the upside, distribution. I personally just waited for a double entry to confirm on a higher time frame. That just messed me up. Well, there was a fair value gap up here that I did not see, actually. I'm on the 15-minute chart right now. Hold on. Well, I think I was sitting on the 30. That's what happened. I was sitting on the 30-minute chart, and then I got on the 15-minute chart after the 30 was taking too long. Oh, wait, no, this was 10 o'clock. So, yeah, this big-ass candle. This is 9:30. I should have known at this inverted fair value gap, though, I could have got in right at 10 o'clock. We already inverted fair value gap, pushed again. I should have just gotten in right at 10 o'clock. And that was just a me thing. That was literally just a me thing. And that's what happens. You have to just go and you review your trades and you go over what you did. And you're going to have emotional days even after trading for a while. And then you just have to regroup from them. Reset, recalibrate. But yeah, the 4-hour chart is all you need. I'm going to go back to backtesting maybe tomorrow. I want to backtest 4-hour. And we can use the 4-hour and just the 5-minute, or the 4-hour and just the 1 minute. So we can like mark our levels up on the 4-hour and then just go on the 1 minute and find an entry. Like, let's see what the 1 minute might have gave us, today at 10 o'clock. I don't like the 1 minute at all for like sitting and watching, but say you know where it's going based on the 4-hour, you could find something on the 1 minute. Okay, 10 o'clock closed. Yeah, I guess we could have took, soon as candle closed, stop loss below this high, maybe this high up here, and then took it down to our 4-hour fair value gap here for a 1 to 2.5. So yeah, not bad. A better entry than the one we got. I think the one we got was down here. It was like this, and then the stop loss was like above this big ass candle for 2.3. And then I got stopped out at break even on this little wick there, and then I took another one down here somewhere and had a small gain, being scary. So yeah, that's it. Keeping it short tonight. I was supposed to keep it short last night, and we went up very long because people were asking good questions. But I'm going to celebrate me being funded, having a nice sushi dinner in Mexico. So yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow, and then obviously live trading tomorrow, 9:55 a.m. I won't be engaging with the chat too much until I'm in a trade because I need to focus. I have real money on the line now, not just keying on the charts. But yeah, you can take these trades with me live every day. And Discord coming soon. Again, once I get my bearings. Like, see all the jitters I had today? I don't want y'all paying to trade the shitty price action. The shitty trade I trade today. Still a good price action, but just not the best trade. And people who are saying NQ has not had good price action, look at this. Great price action. So I don't know what y'all are talking about. Again, whatever, I don't know. So who knows? Who knows? But yes, I'll see y'all tomorrow, 9:55 in the morning Eastern time, and then 8 p.m. tomorrow night. And we'll keep doing this, and we'll keep getting profitable, and we'll build community, and we'll do all the things. We'll do all the things.